Hi, Mike Kennedy with you here. I'm actually in the main traffic that line that goes into Portland and rush hour. So we get a little spot here. It's kind of like a parking lot for a little while. It's funny, they built this big bypass for Gorham, Route 112, and all it did is rerouted the jam up to another area. So that's kind of silly, but anyway, can you make money selling a product that doesn't work? Doesn't work at all? And the answer is yes. It's kind of a scam, but it's been done and will continue to be done because it works. If you remember, another scam product first was it was a little kind of foil pattern on a piece of plastic, and you were to put this in your battery kit, your phones, back when phones opened up, you would put that on your battery or in that phone somehow. It was something a user could do easily. They didn't have to disassemble it, but this little thing put in there would extend your cell phone range tremendously because it was a better antenna. And it was like, well, it didn't work at all. But it was advertised heavily and people bought it, and it didn't work and they still made money. How can you do that? Well, there's another product, that same product, they made it bigger, and now it's a pain patch. You put this on and it miraculously stops pain. I don't know if it's getting signals from Mars or what for it to work, but supposedly it works. And so how can you, again, make a product that is a scam, that can't possibly work and doesn't work? Well, you just price it high enough and offer complete money back guarantees. So I'm looking at the scam thinking, oh, I should get one of these just to try and make a video. And I go to the thing, and the lowest purchase you can make is $99. So because you've got to replace these patches, they're not going to wear forever. So you're going to spend $100 for a product that arguably, I would say, costs under $1 to make. And there's a certain number of them in there. So, so how can we make money on a product that doesn't work? Well, let's say we sell 1,000 units of it, and 900 of them come back. We don't care. We've made so much money on the other 10% that it easily covers the cost of processing, letting people return it, giving them back their money. That's all covered in the huge profit you're making off of the 10% that don't send it back. And so who doesn't send it back? Well, if you're like me, you might have lost the receipt. You might have lost the information, and you don't have it. And, you order something over the internet, to return it, you have to mail it back. It's not like I went down to my local, pharmacy and got a product off the shelf, didn't work. I just bring it back to them when I'm back down there and say, hey, this doesn't work, I want my money back. And they give it to me. So you have a certain percentage of people that lost their receipt, too hard to return, and then you have a percentage of people who don't know if it worked or not. And they're actually maybe ambivalent in saying, well, maybe it's my fault it doesn't work, or maybe I'll use it longer, or something like that. And there might be a stipulation of how long you have before you can return it, and they may go over that. But then you have something really interesting called the placebo effect. And what that means is, in any drug that's ever tested, they do what's called a double-blind study. What's a double-blind study? Well, it's when you take two groups, say you've got 100 in each group, and you have this new pain pill. You give them one group the actual pain pill, and you give the other a placebo, which is basically it's a pill with nothing in it, or it's got sugar, or it's just filler, but it looks like it's something, they make it look like it is something, this high-class medicine, and it isn't. So what happens is, in any study like that, you might have, you might not be able to see because of the sun, you have a certain number of people that take the sugar pill that have relief of their symptoms. Now, and why is this? Because the mind is a pretty strong thing, and belief is a pretty strong thing. So these people believe that it's going to help, and they believe it so much that it actually does. Now, then you might say, oh, well, let's just give everybody sugar pills if they work for, it's too small a percentage, but how they test whether drugs affect is how many percentage points above that placebo effect there is in the group that took the actual real medicine, okay? But the placebo effect, they're just reading something about it, and I'll post a little screenshot. Placebo effect can last a couple weeks for people, and for some people, it can go all the way out till 12 months. So this idea that you have a product that you've ingested a product that doesn't work, doesn't do anything, but you believe so much that it would, still has effect. But again, the effect is small. Let's say it's 6%, so you still get 94% of people who it's not helping. So you can see that you can't just market a placebo, because the percentage of people that think it will work are just not high enough, because there's so many other people that aren't helped. So that's basically, I believe, the way that people can make money selling products that don't work. This kind of antenna, redo of a previous scam, they're selling it at an obscene price. I'm going to just guess that off of each sale they make $90, because I don't think it could possibly cost $10 to manufacture this product. So you figure 10% of them, if we get 1,000 people, that's 100 times $90. That's a lot of money. And of course, these numbers really are in the thousands. They're not, like 100 people. So you have this huge amount of people that don't return the product. I had one of my kids for a while worked at, what can I say? It was Diet Pill Call Center. And she didn't do the calling, but she did some of the office work. So she got to see what was happening. And basically, all the company cared about was getting the product out to you. They didn't care if it didn't work. They didn't care if you returned it. Really super quick, prompt refunds. And when people sent back the product, they'd actually take unopened bottles of the product, or even the whole shipment, from the person, once it's been recorded, and throw the whole thing in the trash. Because why? Because it has no value. Really, the only value was you purchasing this box and getting it into your house. There wasn't any value in whether it worked or not. But again, they could count on the fact that they were making so much money on the people that didn't return it for one reason or another that it became worthwhile. So what can we learn from this? Well, number one, if all of a sudden someone says, oh, we have this magic pill, they don't. So you don't do it to begin with. But certainly if you decide to try something like that, people who are desperate or whatever, yeah, you can try it, but keep all your receipt and really be critical about whether the patch works or whatever it is, the pill, the exercise, whatever it is, whether it works or not. I guess if you're in that placebo group, you might not know till a little later that it's, just gradually stops working. And even that could be something that you would confuse to not return the product, because you would say, if all of a sudden you're taking this magic pill, say to relieve pain, some herbal product that's got mushrooms in it and stuff like that, you're taking this product and 3 and 4 weeks out, you start experiencing pain, more pain, as this placebo effect works out, becomes, diminishes. You just think you're in more pain, so you probably order more of them. And by the time you're done, you're 6 months out, you bought a bunch of this product, and you're sitting on this stuff, and you just basically can it and throw everything away. So don't do that. Anything you buy that doesn't work, no matter what price it is, be sure that you return it and get the refund that you should deserve, because if a product doesn't work, it doesn't work, and they're counting on you not to return it. And it works, and they make a lot of money that way. Tell me what you think. Bye.